All right, everybody. It's a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. We're talking about being pro-black and what it means to be an authentic black person, somebody who's loyal to the race to the end. There is no compromise. There is no other way. I run into a lot of guys lately who want to compromise their blackness, who want to sell their blackness to the highest white bidder. And they think that they can get that blackness back once they sell it. But I have news for you. Once you cross the line, it's gone and it ain't coming back. People seem to think I'm crazy because I don't swirl. Well, I don't believe in swirling. I got the most beautiful woman, the most naturally beautiful woman in the world. Why would I ever swirl? It's gangster talk. Drop it, Dane. All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? It's gangster talk. Sponsored by the E Nation. This is a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network. Shout out to my strong people showing up. You know how it is. Before we get started, we got to get that sound check going. So, Dane, let me know what's going on. Chat
Okay.
people, do your thing.
All right. I hear
Coming
you
through.
now.
All right, let's get this thing going. I'm not even going to wait. Those who coming in, you guys can catch up or ask her Dame some questions. She'll fill you in. Let's get right into it. This whole sellout thing, it's really getting bad. Okay, in 1804, the Haitians had a sellout problem similar to the one we have, except theirs was so bad that their sellouts, their house Negroes, their turncoats became the immediate threat. They became the immediate enemy, aside from the bigger enemy. But they became the immediate threat. They had to go. Now, people say, well, you can be a sellout. There's nothing wrong with being a sellout. You can be a coon. Absolutely, you can. But when it's to the detriment of other people, you can't. And if you can, be ready to deal with the consequences. We had a misguided young man up here yesterday talking about Candace Owens. Of course, after we laughed, but he thought Candace Owens was a good person. Maybe in his mind she is. But we have such a sellout problem now. We're probably approaching the 1804 category. Now, how are we going to deal with it? I don't know. But it has to be dealt with because they will become the immediate threat. They will become your new enemy. They will become your immediate enemy. These guys aren't just selling out. They're selling out and they are destroying our neighborhoods. They're destroying the very fabric of what it is to be black. But they're trying to get to the minds of our babies and screw up our babies. I heard a man say that there's a gay gene and that you're born gay. See, this is the thing about people who get caught up in science. They start believing crazy things. Because if you believe in a creator, the creator clearly says that if a man lays down with another man like he would lay with a woman, that they both committed an abomination and shall be put to death. So why would he create a soul that he despised? People say, well, he created the devil. Well, the devil wasn't bad. The devil wasn't the devil when he was created. The devil was turned bad. He became bad. But he wasn't in the beginning when he was created. So why would the creator create a soul that he despised? Why would he create a soul that he knows is an abomination? That doesn't make any sense to me. But some people are so overly intellectual, they think they know every damn thing and they don't really know anything at all. Actually, they know too much of the wrong things. And people like that are dangerous because we're in an information type society. People are hungry for information and knowledge. If you be careful, if you're not listening to the right person, you could be led astray. You could be walking around here thinking that there's a such thing as a gay gene, and that God creates gay souls. You may walk around here thinking that too. You see, this mind game that the homosexuals have played on regular people is staggering. I told you guys a while back that academia is their weapon. They weaponize academia against the rest of the population. The smarter they become, the more they can intellectually manipulate you. Who do you think's coming up with all of these weird terms? Cisgender, non-binary, sex positive, gender new, all kinds of things. Academia is their weapon. So now some of you Negroes are really out there. Now we know the usual suspects, the Jesse Lee Petersons, the Larry Elders, the Ken Hamlins, the ABLs, and the Tree of Life. Okay, these are your usual suspects. But some of you guys, I'm sorry, hold on one second. Some of you coons have really, wait a minute. Dave, am I coming through?
Yeah, you coming through.
Give me 1 second. I got to restart. I'm frozen.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back in 2 seconds, y'all.
Okay. Yes, Kendall, we are getting deep. And his son, truth is, Princess Z. All right. Jesse Lee Peterson, I give him a little credit. He shows no shame. Yeah. I every time I see him, I'm constantly shocked at some of the things he says. All righty.
Okay, I'm back.
He take it to a whole nother level. Okay.
Okay. You can go back on mute. And yeah, and so like I was saying, right? You have to be careful who you're listening to before you start walking around here thinking some unbelievable, crazy stuff. Now, some of you Negroes have left shame behind, and you don't have any boundaries or morals or any kind of standards at all. You don't have, you can't even be embarrassed. You don't even have that. Some of you Negroes are going out of your way to make sure when the white man is looking at black people, he see you out there buck dancing, buck kicking, bunny hopping like a jungle bunny, shoe shuffling, shoe shining, dancing for chicken. Yes, sir, bossing. Turning on your own people, cussing out your women, condemning your babies, and engaging in homosexual activity. You make sure that you are the one he sees doing it. When he's looking, you make sure you're the one that he sees engaged in all of these actions of treason. Like I said, there's no more shame. Some of you Negroes don't even care what you look like at all. You don't care what You don't care if somebody call you a jungle bunny, a jackrabbit, a moon cricket, or a buck dancer, a bunny hopper. You don't care. Doesn't do anything for you. You may as well be on some Pee Wee Herman. I know you are, but what am I? Hey man, you're a buck dancer. I know you are, but what am I? Hey, you're a jungle bunny. I know you are, but what am I? Hell, you may as well be on it like that. But I had a man, a young man, and I'm gonna call him well, he's not really a young man, he's 41. That's not a young man. Well, he's younger than me. He didn't know how to handle up front, stone cold blackness. Blackness that was unyielding. Blackness that was proud. Blackness that was strong. Blackness that was determined. Blackness that wouldn't rest. Blackness that was relentless. He didn't know how to handle that. Because when I stepped to him, when I said to him, if I couldn't have the black woman by my side, if I couldn't lay with a black woman, if I couldn't be with a black woman, then I would be with no one. Do you have the guts to be black? I most certainly do. And I could tell that caught him by surprise because he didn't think that I would take it that far. But you see, it's an easy thing for me because it's natural for me to be black. It's natural for me to be loyal to my race. It's natural for me to be loyal to my woman, which is the black woman. This isn't anything that's tough for me to do. This is an easy thing for me. It's so easy that I don't even spend any energy doing it. I do it with no effort at all. It's just second nature. And so I can tell it kind of hit him hard because he's involved in an organization that has him spewing nothing but negativity. You see, even the most depraved mind will sit down at some point and have a reality check. Even a lunatic has a reality check. They just don't know what to do afterwards. Even a lunatic, realizes, man, I'm crazy. I'm a lunatic, but don't know what to do about it. So he continues on being a lunatic. And you see, this negativity is starting to eat away at a lot of these people. It's starting to run its course. It's starting to lose its luster because they're starting to realize now that they just say the same things over and over and over again. And even at that point, you're regurgitating like a robot because you've said it 1,000 times and you're tired of saying it. See, I never get tired of talking about loving black women. It's easy. We can talk about it all night, every day, and we'll never get tired. But you see, when you got to put up a bunch of talking points and you got to troll from, channel to channel, spewing these talking points, eventually it eats up all your energy. And you start to realize, hey, this isn't worth it. And then you start coming to channels trying to find a home, hoping that someone can convince you. Now, some of you feel this, not all of you. Some of you are just too far gone and there's really nothing that can be done at all. Some of you just need to be dropped off somewhere with some food and supplies and left behind to fend for yourself. Food, supplies enough to make you a makeshift hut, some clothing, a gun, a knife, a compass, water, and just tell you to have at it. So here's the thing. Pro-black versus the sellout syndrome. Now I'm here to defend pro-black because I don't like being lumped in with these phony pro-blacks. And unfortunately, many of us do not know what being pro-black is and don't really understand what pro-black is because you've been tricked by posers in the conscious community or these fake hotep pro-blacks with these phony movements, these phony pro-black movements. There are no more authentic pro-black movements. Pro-black people don't have a movement. Real pro-black people don't have a movement. We may do something in silence with our buddies on a block or something like that. We may get together and do something that way, but we don't have a loud movement. We don't have, something that can be recognized. We move individually and we do what we can individually amongst our neighborhoods. Okay? So there's no pro-black movement. Somebody running around here talking about they're on some pro-black movement. They're fake. And then how can you be pro-black and you're trying to compromise with a Becky? Or you're defending the Becky, or you are laying with a Becky? How can you be pro-black? That's not pro-black. That's anti-black. See, a lot of these guys are anti-black and they think they're pro-black. And a lot of people are condemning anti-black people, but they think they're pro-black. So I'm here to tell you the truth. They are not pro-black. They are anti-black. Anytime you're talking about being with a Becky, that's anti-black. Yes, I heard all this. Well, I can't help who I fall in love with. I don't understand why not. You are in control of who you fall in love with. Now I understand that you can be with somebody, and she could be so mesmerizing that you can fall under a spell and become enchanted with her and eventually fall in love. I get it. But you wanted to be there. So you were in control of that. All you had to do was stop seeing her. The choice is still yours, whether you fall in love with her or not. You chose to be with her. You chose to be with her long enough so you can fall under that spell. So that was a choice that you made. So you can't control who you be in love with. And then the reason why there's no black money in the conscious community, in the black community, is because the black man keeps taking the money out of the community and blocking money from going into the community. The black man is trying to drain whatever wealth that black people have out of the communities. Of course, I'm not talking about all black men. Okay? But the black men, the ones who are engaging in this kind of foul behavior, they are blocking money from coming to the community, and they are ciphering money away from whatever wealth that black people have accumulated, whether it be a tiny portion of what they're trying to cipher all of that away. By taking the money, giving it to foreigners immediately out of the community, and take their money and go and support white businesses. Black people still buy Timberlands, even though the owner of Timberland said that he didn't want black people wearing his boots. Black people act like they ain't said nothing. They still buying Timbs. You know how much money that family has off of black people alone? Black people, we have to grow up. We have to stop being cowardly and being afraid of being black and grow up to be men and women. And we have to look at life through a serious perspective and stop looking at life through the eyes of a juvenile. You see Timberlands, ooh, 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 I want some new Timberlands. You don't need them Timberlands. Matter of fact, the people that represent Timberlands are your enemy. Why are you making them rich? Why are you giving them more resources to do harm to you? Why are you giving them resources so that they can invest in evil programs that can harm your children? Or better yet, help gentrify you out of the neighborhood. Why would you give them that kind of power? We can't do something fundamental as not support our enemies. But yet we're intellectual. How are you intellectual? How are you smart when you're the only one running around here supporting your enemy? Nobody else is doing that but you. I don't know if you look at a person in some kind of intelligent manner, if he or she is financially supporting the enemy. The people who own Timberland are white. Versace is white, I believe. All these designers. But yet you pay thousands of dollars for these white names. You pay $1,000. You pay thousands of dollars so you can walk around the street with white names displayed on your body. Somehow that makes sense to you. See, when you do that, you're no different than a branded animal. Something that you never think about. You're no different than a branded animal. You walk around with the white man's name all over your body. His name is on your shirt. His name is on your underwear. His name is on your socks. His name is on your pants, your shirts, your jackets. Now you guys, hey, you get out here and you broadcast that shit with no damn shame. And let me tell you something. We got a lot of black dudes who are very, very mentally and emotionally weak, even when they appear to be strong, because they need validation, because they're nobodies. But they're somebody with the name for the wrong reasons. And so people like that never really have any fulfillment. That's why they need validation all the time. Like Alan Roger Curry, always looking for validation, always looking for somebody to acknowledge him about something. Mode 1, mode 2. He's supposed to be the master of women. Are you crazy? What kind of ridiculous talk is that? If you really believe that one man has mastered women, then you're a lunatic. You need to check yourself at the nearest insane asylum. No one man that done mastered women. No man has mastered women. Women are so complicated, and there's so many different types of women. There's still types of women out there that you'll probably never encounter in your lifetime. You're killing me, man. Telling myself, yo, he didn't. Why would you listen to somebody like that? And this is the kind of foolishness that has us in a losing position, because we're not thinking like adults. We're thinking like kids. Kids who want trinkets, kids who want the biggest bag of potato chips, kids who want the nice shiny sneakers, kids who want the new pair of pants with all of the zippers on them. The average Negro is a child, a man child, even when they're 40 some years old. Hell, I've seen them at 50. Man children. 50 some years old and still heavily involved in fantasy comic books. fanciful comic books that they're trying so hard, and hopefully they're trying so hard to make real, and praying that one day they become Superman. Praying one day that they become the web crawler. Praying one day that they become the Incredible Hulk or Captain America or Iron Man, Wolverine, Professor Xavier. The manosphere is full of guys like this who are in their 40s and 50s who are stuck in a fanciful comic book world that they have stretched over reality. Foolishness. And you wonder why we're in a losing position. These dudes don't have the mentality to be black. They don't have the maturity to be black. This is why we're losing a lot of blackness. Too many of our brothers lack the maturity and the seriousness to be black. And like I said, now you got the black folks out in front now. They getting busy with it now. I'm starting to see coon coaches pop up. Yeah, coons teaching people how to become coons. You know who started that? Your boy Brokeback Samuels. He started that with that line that he said in one of his podcasts, that he don't call it selling out, he called it buying in. Now you got coon coaches running around here talking about buying into the system, trying to teach other black people how to become coons. Coon coaches. Coaching people on how to become good house Negroes and coons themselves. Yeah, the boy Brokeback Samuel started that. You don't call it buying out. He call it, I'm sorry, he don't call it selling out. He called it buying in. Now you start to see coon coaches. I was on a panel 2 days ago that had 3 or 4 of them up there. So where do we draw the line? Do you have the guts to be black? I do. It's easy for me, but not so much for a lot of black men. Do you have the guts to be black? I'll leave that question out there because a lot of brothers don't have the guts. This is why they've turned into cowards, because they feel being a coward is more lucrative. I can never have a friend that's black that tells me he's into dating all kinds of women and even open to marriage to all kinds of non-black women. I can't be a friend of that man. Ain't gonna be no friend of mine. I'm a black man. We don't have nothing in common. I can't relate to him. I'm a black man. I only have one woman in my mind. I don't have multiple women that I want to be with, multiple women. No, I just got one. That's a black woman. I don't need any other women. The black woman is all I need. So see, I can't even have a conversation with dude because I just simply don't rock like that. I'm a black man. So when you start talking about you dating all kinds of women, the conversation is over for me. I had a guy tell me, Max, you need to stop it, man. You need to stop this charade. Stop pandering. That word pander. I wonder if they know that I'm a married man. I've been married for nearly 20 years. I don't need to pander. I have a wife. What do I need to pander for? So my whole thing is this here. If you are a strong black man who is bold and have the guts to be black and isn't afraid to be black, then something must be wrong with you. You must be pandering, or you must be crazy, or you must be negative, or you're toxic masculinity. But yet, when a black man stands up in your face and shows you what it is to be hardcore black, people go, oh shit, I thought you were playing. No, we're not playing. I'm not playing with blackness. I am blackness. I live it. It's a part of who I am. It's my life. It's my mental. No, I'm not playing. One more time, like I said, if I couldn't be with the black woman, I would be with no one. As far as women is concerned, I'll probably hang out with my family every now and then, play some chess, watch TV, but I wouldn't date any other women. I'll just be a lonely dude. When I'm ready to check out, I'll check out alone. That's what you call undying and unyielding loyalty. I don't expect a lot of you brothers to understand that because you ain't built like that. You don't have what it takes to have that kind of conviction. You don't know what that is. You don't have the strength in you to stand up like that in the face of adversity and still tell the adversity that you are 100% black. And there is no compromise. There is nothing else. A pro-black man to tell you there is no other woman. We see other women in this world, but we don't see them. The only one that we really see is our own. I only see the black woman. These other races of women, I mean, I don't know what to tell them. I'm not interested. I have no desire. And you got to be a fool to go with a Becky anyway. Oh man, you go with a Becky, you are done as far as I'm concerned with being black. Your black card should automatically take. Look, we need to start letting these brothers know that we catch you with a Becky, we're taking your black card, and we're disowning you from our race. We don't need weak brothers like you. We actually get stronger when weak brothers like you leave. Yeah, we're taking your black card. That's blasphemy. You picked a white woman over a black woman, it's blasphemy. You should lose your black card automatically. Go be another race. We don't want you here anymore. You're no longer black to us. You're an enemy. Actually, you're something worse than that because you chose a Becky over a black woman. You got to be crazy. What can a Becky do for you? Y'all don't even understand. Becky can't do anything for you. She can't even identify. She don't even like you. I wonder if you niggas know that. Becky don't like you. Well, she got my kid. Had kids with anything. They have kids with a damn parakeet, a kangaroo, a squirrel, a damn hobby horse. They'll have a baby with anything. But we've been having good sex. You have sex with anything. Don't mean nothing. Because she has your baby have sex, that don't mean shit. And then you guys try to cover up when she call you the hard R. Nigger. Grr. You coming home, you got your little groceries and shit. You got yourself a couple of pork sandwiches because you're a fake Muslim, you know. Got you some Long Island iced tea in a can from the 7-Eleven, smoke cheap shit that's going to get you pissy drunk till you throw up. And then you got a couple of cans of dog food for your Becky. And so you come into the house, hey, Becky. She on some, what's up, nigga? And you're like, you know what? That sounds like the hard R. You might want to do the A instead of the hard R. Okay, nigga. And you know what? The cool thing about it when you have a Becky, when she get upset, you start treating you like a slave. Start calling you a nigga, saying you ain't shit. To be telling the truth too, because you ain't shit. Because you with her. That's proof right there that you ain't shit. You with a Becky, and she knows it. See, Becky knows she ain't shit. What she can't figure out is why you don't know that. That's what she can't figure out. Like, why is this black dummy trying to court me? Doesn't he know who I am? Apparently he doesn't. And here's another thing too, man. You swirling with a Becky, you done committed treason against our ancestors. All them babies that was fed to the alligators, their blood is on your hand. You become a miserable human being. The young man I had on the panel yesterday tried to excuse it away by saying all races of people have been enslaved. We have no interest in that. We're only talking about our plight. Okay? And the next time one of these dudes get up here, and we want to be cordial. We want to allow as long as they don't break any rules. I had to kick dude off yesterday because he said the black one was the prize. That's a cardinal sin in here. Can't say that. That's going to trigger me every time. The black woman is the absolute prize. There is no other prize. So you can't say that in here. That's going to trigger me. And I'm going to boot you off. I can't stop you from thinking things, but you ain't going to say it in here and get away with it. So here's the thing, right? Okay. God tried to explain to me yesterday that all races were enslaved. And I guess that somehow that's supposed to wipe out what happened to us and how we feel. Now, these guys don't talk about doing anything in the community. Some of them even tell you that they got boots on the ground. I don't know where the boots are on the ground, but they say they got boots on the ground. You can't never find the boots that they're talking about. They're on the ground somewhere. You just don't know where. And what are they doing? Are they engaged in kicking, putting themselves up someone's butt? What are your boots doing? Oh, they're cowering somewhere so they can't be found. I guess like boot, like owner, right? Or like owner, like boot. So, where are we as black people? How can we go forward if the men of our race keep selling out? At this point, we're going to sell ourselves. Well, not me. You're going to sell yourself into total captivity, complete captivity, to where there won't be a damn thing you can do about it. You're going to sell yourself right into complete and utter and total captivity. Some of you are deprived. Some of you haven't had anything. So you get a little bit of money and you come on social media and you go hog wild. You start tricking with social media women, Instagram models, sit in the bar all night drinking. Now your little $20 is gone. And you didn't even get drunk. That's the sad part about it, because you was hoping that little $20 can get you pissy drunk. And it would have if certain things wasn't blocked. So what I'm trying to say is this here. You have to stop being a coward and grow up. The reason why so many of you are cowards is because you're immature. And no one is trying to teach you different. No one is trying to point out your faults that you can work on and fix. Everybody's engaging in slander, insults, negative propaganda. Some people are just miserable, y'all. Some people are just miserable. They hate themselves. They hate everybody. Just miserable. So what are we going to do about being black? I don't have a problem with it. Why so many of you sellouts are afraid to be black? I hope one of you guys come up here tonight. It's going to be on for like one more hour. If you do come up here, I would like you to explain why you don't want to be black. We need to get to the root of this. Why these brothers don't want to be black. And they really, you check this out, and they're running away from blackness. Like Speedy Gonzalez. Like the Road Runner, Wile E. Coyote. Speed Racer. Underdog. There's no need to fear. The maniqueers are right over here. Come over here and give us some dap. Please don't forget to jingle it, baby, when you're sitting in our laps. Now, some of you have gotten to the point where your ass is out, you don't care nothing about it. Let's talk about that. What kind of manhood is that? See, at some point, you have to want to be a man. If you got to the point where you're questioning yourself, well, I think I'm a man. Somebody said I was a man. I'm not sure what I need to do as a man. Don't y'all hear that excuse all the time? You don't know what to do as a man. Well, if you don't know what to do as a man, then why call yourself one? Why ask for respect? Why ask for the black woman to submit, which is not going to happen because you're not man enough. I've said to you guys before, and I'll say it again. Submission is an act that's produced by manhood. You have to be a manly man for a woman to willingly give herself to you. And you guys just don't get it. No matter how many times it's being said, it's like your skulls are thick all the way through or something. It's like you got a bone all the way through your skull. You just don't want to accept the fact that you have to be a man to attract women. Now, Mr. Golden Showers was on here yesterday. I had an issue with a woman giving him dirty looks. I want y'all to think about that for a second. When he talked about black women having attitudes, and he said that he came to America and saw black women, and it was exactly the way he was told. Now, I don't know how many black women he saw, what sample size that was. Was it 2, 3, 100, 2,000? What was the sample size? And then, like, you expect us to treat you like you're special. You're walking around here with nothing to show for. That's why you guys keep going on the past. You keep going off of other black men's inventions. We invented this, we invented it. We didn't do shit. We didn't do a damn thing. We weren't even alive back then. So we didn't do anything. Our ancestors did. I always thought, what would our ancestors say of the black men today and the black women today? I'm sure they will be rolling over in their graves. Somebody will be getting their ass whooped. Seriously, some of you dudes need an ass whooping. It's not rocket science. It's not taboo to say that some of you niggas need your ass kicked. Because you do. Now, at this point, when are you going to practice manhood? We talked about submission being an act of manhood. You have to be manly in order for a woman to react to your manliness. So you got to make her feel helpless. You got to make her feel like she can count it. She can fall on you and not get hurt. You got to be her cushion, her big teddy bear. You got to be that person she can come to when she's afraid. Someone that she can confidently confide in, somebody that's going to hold her and treat her like a woman. Well, that wouldn't be golden showers. He doesn't fit any of them categories. So when you come up against that, when you come up against being challenged in the manly way, you have to meet that challenge. What do you think about it? Some people say, well, women can't tell me nothing. Women should be able to tell you something. I'll tell you what, women that have more of a keen eye than you think. They've gotten me out of jams because many times they saw people coming, they saw things coming, and they always either warned me or told me how or taught me how to get out of it. Okay. So it's a lot that the black woman brings to the table. Let's get back to this black thing. Why are so many of you afraid to be black? And you're scared to put the pro on it? Because many of y'all running around here giving the white man fellatio, talking about you a conservative, which ain't nothing but a gay club. You're going to be conservative, all right. Oh, you're going to be a conservative. Conservative is anti-black, by the way. Hold on one second, man. I'm frozen again. Dame, hold it down for me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hello, Mika. Yeah. Uh, I don't know why it is afraid to be pro-black. I think it's put the pro in there black. I think it's because that means they have to commit. to that choice, and they don't want to commit. They want to be flexible. They want to be able to change their minds, or they want to have it both. Want to be pro black and still be able to do what they want to do. Mess with white women.
Well, messing with white women isn't pro-black.
No.
Dating outside your race, that's not pro-black either. Pro-blacks don't do that. We don't do that. We don't believe in none of that. We don't believe in setting our women up so they can have a hard job, so they can get fired. We don't believe in none of that. I've seen stuff like that go down where they let the woman lead only to make fun of her and ridicule her and to ultimately get her fired. Damn.
Yeah.
Gauge the chat.
Well, Kendall says they don't want to. Yeah, and most of today's black people in America have a very low tolerance for pain.
Right, I agree. I agree with Kendall too on the slave thing. Yeah, absolutely right. I agree with that. I agree with that. And yeah, man, you guys see, being black takes guts, man, because you have to be black in the face of your enemy,
Okay.
huh? What happened? What happened? Am I still on?
Uh huh. Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing happened. You're still on.
So what do you say okay for then? Like something happened?
I didn't. I didn't say okay.
You did.
Okay. You said okay.
Didn't
You
y'all
agreed.
hear her say okay? Like something happened? I'm asking you what happened.
Nothing happened.
All right. Anyway, so like I said, you have to have guts to be black, and I can see why there's a lot of black people who aren't willing to make that trade of guts just so they can be black, just so they can start feeling like a black man or a black woman is supposed to feel, rather than feel like some worthless person that the world or everybody in the world is trying to get rid of. Even other black people are trying to get rid of black people because some black people have sold out to the point where they brought into everything of white supremacy, and they actually believe, just like the white people believe, that a lot of black people need to be exterminated. Now you got black cops out here shooting at our kids. White man ain't doing it no more. You got his coons out there doing it for him, and they don't have any compassion. They don't have any remorse because they're black. They'll kill a black person as quick as a white person will. And when you have all of this going on, you got Brokeback Samuels. It's a catalyst for a lot of this. Okay, so if you're going on this panel, I have rules up here. Of course, y'all know the main ones. You can't disrespect black women. We have a zero tolerance. Okay, that includes saying that the black man is the prize. I will take that as disrespect and throw you out. The black man isn't the prize. The black man don't have anything to be a prize about. Don't even have a track record of really building anything. I'm not talking about the ancestors. You guys keep trying to put everything on our ancestors. No, you have your own life just like they had theirs. Can't keep blaming them. When is this generation going to do something other than whine and cry on social media about small things like Actually, about things you can't do nothing about. Women have natural attitudes. It ain't just black women. All women have attitudes. Even the ones you think are so quiet. Matter of fact, some of the foreign ones you think are so quiet and shy, they have some of the worst attitudes once you get to know them. You guys got to stop lying, okay? Stop coming up here lying, talking about you're married. You're not married. There's no woman in her right mind marrying you. Some of you crazy dudes coming talking about, I'm married and my wife is submissive. Man, stop it. Stop it. A woman gonna marry you? So stop lying on this panel. You come up here socially awkward, saying crazy things about black women. You expect us to believe that you're married. It's possible because I've seen one dude, a degenerate, and he had a Chinese wife, and she's degenerate too. The guy calls himself Supreme King Coon. Chinese wife. You're just as bad as him. In the background calling people niggas and shit. He didn't care. You were calling him one too. He didn't give a shit. The sad part about, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm snacking. The sad part about this is, who are we supposed to look up to now? Where are the immediate leaders in the community? See, when I was growing up, we had leaders in the community who took turns leading. So we had an abundance of leadership. And you can see it on full display whenever we had a block party. They come out, take sections of the block, control that section. So why these guys don't want to change anything in the community? Why they have a mentality of let the community burn, scorch earth, burn it all down? Why? It's because they don't want to be responsible for anything. These guys want to pump and dump until they go to their grave. That's what they care about. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm almost done with my snack. Get back to it. Okay, so like I was saying, right? These guys want to pump and dump for the rest of their lives. They have no substance. They don't want any substance in their relationship. Okay? So they come up here with this fake intellectual shit. Regurgitate history. There's no new information. If you notice that these guys, whenever they talk, there's never any new information. It's the same shit regurgitated over and over and over again. That's why they're so masterful with it. Been saying it for 50 years. That's why they're so masterful with it. So eloquent with it. Sounds so smart with it. They've been saying it since hell froze over. So what's going to happen to pro-blackness? Will these guys carry on the black legacy? Will they have the guts to be 100% black? Only time will tell. I hate to underestimate people. And in closing, I like to say, as a pro-black man, we don't believe in swirling at all, period. Not even by accident. Not even by accident. As far as we're concerned, gone with the Becky's and act of treason. And you should be disowned from the community for committing a blatant act of treason. And with that being said, I'm at the end of my rant. Let me bring in my co-host. We ain't gonna be on too much longer, y'all. Unless y'all come up when we drop the link and it turns into a powwow. Because I can just fall off and dang me, just keep y'all busy. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, drop the gangster link, Dane.
Okay.
Anybody want to come up and put their 2 cents into it? I think it's a conversation that we have to have. Because the black woman is at the core of this conversation. When you're struggling with your blackness. See, if you hate the black woman or you talk crazy against the black woman, you're already struggling with your blackness. You don't believe your black. You don't want your black. You hate your blackness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what other color you're going to be. What, you going to go to the white man and get spray painted? I don't know what other color you're going to be. You're kind of permanently stuck with this color. Trying to take it off is just stupid. Like the creator is going to move. Like the creator is going to remove something he gave to you naturally. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, that just shows how delusional they are. You think it's not about the color of their skin. It's
Okay,
always
Dan.
been. Mhm.
Hold it down for me. I got to take care of something. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all.
Okay. Oh, as I was saying, as a delusion on their part. They believe the lies that was told and continue to be retold over and over again that you're different from other black folks, that you're not like the rest of them. They so don't want to be black so bad that they're willing to be pets. They're willing to be used. They they um they think the most minuscule uh, and basically backhanded compliments is that they doing good, that they are becoming part of the white community. Not knowing the history, knowing the design to make you betray your people, make you think that you're not black, basically, and that you can overcome your blackness by what you do, the way you dress, how you act, how you sound, how you talk, uh, who you married, who you have sex with. They made you ashamed of being black, and then worse yet, you believe the negative things that they say of black folks. That we hood thugs, gangsters, ratchet, hoochie mama, baby mama, um, deadbeat dads. That we're all that. We're all sex fiends. That we all Mm, I don't know. I'm trying to think of every negative stereotype that's been going around, and it's been passed along for century to century. In the beginning, that we weren't human, that we were animals, that we were just animals that could speak, or the more liberal version that we was just ignorant children, and that if we weren't rescued by these so-called white people, we would be no better than animals. When we had a whole life, whole civilization, did not care. These people distorted and changed history and facts to propagate that we were ignorant savages, no better than animals, and that they domesticated us and civilized us. Civilization, domesticate us. I think they think of it as the same word back then, and they continue to domesticate and so-called civilize us. Um, we had to look a certain way, we had to dress a certain way, we had to act a certain way. We couldn't have just regular, ordinary emotions, or have a reason to be angry. No, we got to be just ordinary, angry. We just got to be angry black folks. And created the division with the angry black woman. Excuse me. We had a reason to be angry, and in the beginning we weren't angry at black men, but as black men believed the lies, or they passed along the lies and excuses, and tr- um, try to take on being white, including the negativity. Okay, because the original deadbeat dad was a white man. Welfare was created because of these deadbeat white men to take care of their children, their women. We weren't included in that group. And we should stop blaming black women for being on welfare. There's not that many of us on welfare. The way they design the system, they're not trying to keep black women on welfare. They give her as little as they possibly can. Let's see. What's going on in the chat? I want to be clear on something, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, the only way you can swirl is if you're laying up with the white race. Everything else is culture, not race. Okay. I would just rather be with a woman who looks like what I see in the mirror, because I like black skin. I like black skin. I see and I am the most attracted to that skin. And I feel like she is the one who understands me. I said yesterday, you can't change people. If they want to swirl, so be it. I personally won't, won't however, have always dated IR. Let's see. So be it. I personally won't, however, I have always black globally, i.e. black globally, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Okay. All right. So don't think these other groups are black. they still not black, even though for hundreds of years in this country they have been. They
You
all
know
been
what?
color. Hmm.
There's a statement. I want you to go back. Somebody said something about it's cultural. If it's not a white woman, it's all cultural. Read that statement again.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Okay, I want to be clear on something, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, the only way you can swirl is if you are laid up with the white race. Everything else is a culture, not a race.
Now you see, that's absolutely wrong. Who said that?
Kendall.
No, that's wrong, bro. You trying to modify blackness and trying to excuse dating outside the race? Anything that's not a black woman is swirling. The only other black women who aren't from America that we include are the black women, the authentic black women from the diaspora. Of course, the original woman, which is the African woman. There's no swirling with her because she's the original woman. How can you swirl with the original black woman? She's where all other black women come from. So actually, if you were an African woman, we're admiring you. Like, wow, you got one of them. You know, you went to the tree and got one off the tree. So the Haitian women, Jamaican women, all of our Caribbean women, okay, they're all in play. All right. Anything after that is swirling. Chinese, Indian, all of it is swirling. White, Korean, Japanese, it's all swirling. Anything after the black woman is swirling. And anyway, a pro-black man would never make a statement like that. That's not a statement that a real pro-black man would make. See, that's a statement that a black man that's looking to have an excuse to do something later. That's what kind of statement that is. That's not a pro-black statement. That's it. Okay. A real pro-black man would never make a statement like that. Matter of fact, a pro-black man doesn't even think like that. Anything after anything after the black woman is swirling. It can be Mei Ling. It's swirling.
Okay. Yvette said that there are black Chinese, Japanese. She said, I never met a black Korean, and there are black Indians.
Well, you don't have black people married to black Chinese. You don't have black people married to black Koreans. You don't have black people married to these so-called black people that you hardly ever see. Like the black Japanese people, I've never seen one of them. The black Chinaman, I've never seen him either. And I've been to these countries. I used to live in Japan. I ain't never seen no black Japanese dude or woman. I lived in China. I ain't never seen no black Chinaman. Never. Where are these people? I've never seen them. Now I've seen a Sicilian, and they definitely Hannibal's offspring. No doubt about that. I've seen a Sicilian, and the Italians they call Sicilians niggers over there in Italy. Hello,
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah, I'm still
What
here.
happened?
I'm still here. Oh, I thought you had more to say. Okay, so she says swirling is black person and a white person. Mika says
Nah,
she need to look
swirling.
up.
Nah, swirling is the black man with a non-black woman. That's swirling.
Okay.
Swirling also is a black woman with a non-black male. That's swirling, and that covers every. I don't care if you want to say it's a man or woman. It's no longer against. It's no longer up against. You know. I was gonna say something, but I can't get it out.
Okay.
You got to come back to me. Go ahead.
Okay. So Yvette says I seen them. That's why I said it. Black Chinese live in the mountain as well as Japan. Ask them, they would tell you. So they lived in the mountains areas of China.
I've never seen these people. And if they are real, why are they hiding them in the mountains? Why can't they come down to the mainland island of Honshu, and shake hands and get to know people? Why do they keep these people way up in the mountaintop somewhere? What are they scared that they're gonna learn how to speak hip hop?
Well,
What is the
uh,
chat saying?
okay. Keno says I kind of knew you were gonna say that, but they do exist.
What exists?
The black Chinese, black Japanese.
Well, yeah, I've never seen them. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I've never seen them. I would like to see one. I really will. And I'm talking about in person. I ain't talking about no gig or something important.
Yeah, but Mika goes, but you never see black Americans with that people, or those people. You don't see them with the black Chinese or the black Japanese. You see them, which is true. Even in black in Japan, they they don't go looking for them. I don't think they even know that they are black Japanese, or if they do, they think they the mixed black American Japanese. Hmm. They want that white skin period. Max, what you think about what Mika said? Yeah, yeah, I think they do want that white skin, or they don't consider them truly. As I said, they probably, if they did see them, they probably think that they're mixed with a black American. Uh, What, Yvette? You dated a black Chinese and a black Filipino? Well, I always thought I seen black Filipinos, but I always thought they were mixed. Okay. Yeah, I have seen a black Filipino. I also seen a black Vietnamese, but they definitely were mixed. So and I saw a black Egyptian. I was surprised to find out they were Egyptian. I thought they were Ethiopian. No, they weren't black Asian. So they differentiate between the black Asian and a black Japanese or black Chinese. I always got the impression that they treated those with the darkest hue badly. That's probably why they all in the mountains. They're like keep away from the underlying racism going on. Yeah, but I didn't hear about the black Japanese until recently. Yeah, about a couple of years ago. Uh, okay, black people have traveled all over the earth and have settled everywhere on earth. Well, just like well, the theory it was, from what I understand, the black Japanese were first, and that another Asian group of the white came in and invaded and took over and kept pushing them further and further up into the mountains. So we're starting to be believed. The Asians, like any other white black Jews in Israel. Well, those are used well in Israel. Those are usually the black Ethiopians, the Jewish Ethiopians. Hmm. They are they're considered black Jews or black Israelites. Or so I don't know about black Jews. I know about the Ethiopian Jews, and they feel they have just as much right into
Sorry about that,
Ethiopia.
y'all.
Oh, okay, you're back. But specifically black Jews, mm, don't start with the Hebrew Israelites. But that's the thing. I don't think the Hebrew Israelites consider themselves Jewish. Otherwise, they would have just said, "I'm Jewish." Hmm. And I've heard about the Hebrew Israelite. There's a little confusion about what it is. But as for black Jews, yeah, Ethiopians are the main ones. Okay, why are you going na to Yvette Hassan? Okay, so Max, where were you?
Trying to track down this music.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So, like I was saying, right?
Mhm.
It's black, it's the black woman or it's nothing. You know, some people don't feel that way. They at TV. Okay. Um, I I gotta get off for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, as I said, black across the diaspora. You know, now if you happen to find some black Japanese or Chinese Kendall, and you marry one, I guess so. I guess if we can have Afro Latinos, I guess we can have I want to say Afro Japanese, Afro Chinese, Afro Asian. Washington D.C. has a large population of Ethiopian Jews. Hmm. And the Muslim ones seem to be in Texas. I don't know if it's still that way. I know about a while there was a large population of Muslim Ethiopians. Oh, and Christian Ethiopians. Actually, quite. Well, actually, more Christian Ethiopians. But anyway, yeah. So Ethiopians have all three of them faiths in their country too.
What's that? They did what in their country?
They have all three religion.
Hmm.
There's Christianity. Well, I could think of it more as Catholic. Catholic. Christianity. Uh, um, Jewish and Muslim. Yo, Max. Max,
Yes,
you ready to wrap it up?
let's do it. 'Cause I'm running out of steam, y'all. It's
All
late.
right.
Sorry, y'all, but the Black Knight is putting the ebony blade down and calling it the night. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into this late night podcast. I'd like to say thank you to my co-host, Dame, because she was going crazy earlier. The show is about to start. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Peace, power, and unity.
Mm-hmm. Get that
All right.
stone boy. All right, everybody. Peace, power, and unity. It's Wednesday. We'll probably see you for ladies' night. Most definitely. I dropped that stone boy. Shout out to Kendall, always making it challenging. Dame?
Hold on.
Oh boy. One of these days we're gonna do something right on this show.